Fear is one of those things that I feel like a lot of us don't understand. You know, a lot of us take our fear and we kind of internalize it and we live it. We live out the results of our fear, or we live out the outcomes of our fears a lot of the time. And you don't even realize how much your own fears can really hold you back and stop you from accomplishing so much. Even on a just day to day basis, there's so many things that you're so scared to do or try. And it strips you of a human experience. It strips you of trying new things. It strips you of developing and growing. When I was in my senior year of high school, I was in this art class known as AP art class. AP art class is basically it's like art, so it's like graphic design or photography or any other elective, but it's for kids that are more advanced in that space. So the teacher that I had at the time in that class, I was coming to her and I was showing her my work week after week. I would keep her updated with what I was working on, which what I was updating my portfolio with. And she looked at my work one day and she looked at me and she said, "You are scared to fail. You have a problem of being too scared to fail. You do what you know you can do." And the thing is, when you live like that, when you only do what you know you can do, it's very easy to fall into mediocrity. Super easy. Because you're only doing what you're capable of. If you go to the gym and you only lift the weight that you know you could handle, if you only do the amount of reps that feels comfortable to you without putting any strain on your body, without letting your muscles fail you, you're not going to grow. It's the same principle with anything else in life. So when she said that to me at first, I was like, whatever. I brushed it off. I didn't really think about it. It didn't really hit me until after high school, where I noticed, okay, I'm not really taking that many risks. I'm 20. Well, I was 18 at the time. I felt like I wasn't taking as many risks as I could be taking. And for years, I'd kind of do shit in a more comfortable manner. I would just do things that I already knew I could do. I didn't want to fuck up. You know. And you'll notice over time, the more you're scared to fuck up, the more it cripples you, and the more you actually end up fucking up. Your fear of failing is what's failing you. It's what's stopping you from achieving things that you want to achieve. And it goes a lot deeper than just not amounting to anything. Because not amounting to anything or not trying to do things will put you into this headspace to where when you see other people trying to do things, you don't like it. You become a hater. Like that's what hating is. You see people around you doing things that you know you want to do, or they're achieving things that you might necessarily want to achieve, and you're not doing it. You know you're not doing it. It's a very telling situation. So you have to learn to overcome this whole idea of failing and really change it in your mind. You have to change the meaning of failing in your mind. Failing doesn't mean you're done. Failing doesn't mean that's the end of the line. Behind every failure, there's something to learn. Every successful person you see has said it. They failed more than they succeeded. Some of the best basketball players of all time, some of the best entrepreneurs of all time, any person you could think of that's amounted to some level of status, some level of success, they've failed more than they've won. The only difference is they didn't quit. And every time you fail, that should be an opportunity to learn. When you're learning how to ride a bike and you keep falling off the bike, each time you get up, you get better at riding the bike. You ride for a little bit longer, even if it's just a tenth of a second longer. Your body's figuring out, okay, we have to balance ourselves this way. All right, let's not jerk the handlebar that way. You're learning, you're figuring these things out, but somewhere along the line, you got scared to fail because you were conditioned to care so much about what people would think about it. You know? A lot of people are so scared to fail not only because of the outcome, but because of what people will say. Fuck those people. Honestly, fuck those people. If you got up today and said, I want to do X, Y, and Z, and you tried your absolute hardest to do it and you failed, you still did better than the person that's sitting on their ass doing nothing. So why would you care what they had to say about it? And even if they were doing something too, why would you let them discourage you? You tried. Most people go through their whole life never trying to do something, yet you chose to try it. So why would you feel bad about yourself for failing? Why would you hide that from people? Embrace it. Wear your failures. Yeah, I tried to do that. I fucked up. Okay. But I learned X, Y, and Z. And I know when I try again or when I make this next move, I'm going to be 10 times better. Your failures are what's going to make you. They're what are going to define you. You know, if you just won all the time, you wouldn't learn as much as if you kept failing. If you kept knocking people out during fights and you never been knocked out, you don't know what it feels like to get knocked out. You don't know how to move. You don't know how to dodge these punches because you're so used to winning all the time. How are you going to adapt? There's people that go their whole lives without ever touching failure. And then the moment they do, they get crushed by it because they don't know what it feels like. Learn to fail, especially if you're young. Learn to fail now. Learn to take more risks now. Because the older you get and the more you live in that safe headspace, the harder it will be to get yourself out of it. Condition yourself, callous your mind to embrace failure and say, what can I learn from this? Next time you fuck up, next time you fail, instead of being like, fuck, I failed, I'm a piece of shit, da 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 da, sit down and say, how can I be grateful for this situation? What the fuck can I learn from this situation? Damn, my car broke down? Fuck. What can I learn from this though? How can this benefit me? My car just broke down. What can I learn about this? What can I learn from this? How can I move forward from this situation? How can I make the situation benefit me? Oh, my car broke down? Damn, I guess I gotta ride my bike to work. Well, I guess I'm gonna be in better shape now. That's cool. All right, next time I get a car, I gotta make sure I get a car that's actually, worth the money. I'm not gonna just, spend $1,000 on a hoopty just because I want to flex on niggas with a car. I'm gonna actually save my money. I'm gonna get a good car. Okay, cool. Oh, damn. My girl left me? Shit. All right, what can I learn from this? Okay, she left me because of X, Y, and Z. She said I'm this type of person. Is that true? I don't know. I'm gonna do some self-work. I'm gonna dive into myself. I'm gonna see. Oh, shit. It's mental alchemy. You need to change the way you view situations. You gotta stop looking at situations in the negative. You have to really learn how to shift your perspective. Stop looking at failure as such a negative thing. Look at failure as the stepping stones to your success.